Hey, welcome back to my confidence series. This is Tomas from okisnotenough.com with a confidence tip number 31. Laugh at yourself sometimes. And before we go into that, let me ask you this. Do you take yourself too seriously, or do you laugh at yourself sometimes? Being able to laugh at yourself is a great confidence boost because it helps you realize that you're not perfect. Nobody is. But also it helps you reframe the fact that you made a little mistake from a disaster to something quite amusing. You see, when we mess up, when we trip over nothing, walk into a glass door or some other potentially embarrassing situation, you can get upset and feel embarrassed, or you can just laugh at it. Just as you would if it happened to someone else. After all, you laugh when it happens to other people, so there must be something funny about it, no? But look, I get it. Sometimes we get really upset and embarrassed because someone saw us making a mistake, where in reality, the person most likely forgot just a few moments later. Not taking yourself too seriously will help you stop obsessing over what other people think of you. And that really is an important element of self-confidence. In fact, let me demonstrate that to you. Think of someone, not you, who did something quite embarrassing. Maybe one of those talent shows, or maybe a friend, or maybe you saw someone on the street or in some situation where they just made a mistake. Nothing too crazy, but something potentially embarrassing. But they totally overreacted and became all insecure about it for ages. Now, how confident that overreacting made them look? Probably not very confident. Now, think of the opposite. Think of someone who also did something quite embarrassing, but rather than crumbling, they totally owned it. Maybe they even spun it around into something quite funny. They didn't get embarrassed. They laughed at it. They owned it. They almost took it to another level. Now, how confident that reaction made them look? Well, probably pretty confident. So you see, at the beginning, there was a mild embarrassment, but those two people reacted completely differently to it, and it then projected completely different level of self-confidence. Not only how they were seen by other people, but I can guarantee you also by how it made them feel about themselves in terms of self-confidence. I can actually give you a real world example. I had a couple of friends and they both were bald. One of them was really insecure about it and was all kind of shifty about it and had all kinds of crazy ideas how he's going to combat his baldness, from getting hair tattooed and wearing wigs and all kinds of madness. And it was weird how that reaction made him look insecure, hence not confident. Whereas the other guy, I remember once we were at a party and there was his old friend who didn't see him for some time, and he made a remark about him going bald. He was like, "Hey, you're losing hair." So this other friend reacted to it completely differently. And he said, no, man, I'm not losing any hair. They're just migrating to other parts of my body. And it was fascinating how differently people reacted to that. We all had a little laugh and the party continued, and no one thought of it anymore. Whereas with the other guy, it was all kind of weird and uncomfortable and shifty, and so was he. Whereas with this other friend, he just owned it. He made fun of it, he laughed at himself, and it was actually making him look even more confident. So don't take yourself too seriously. Laugh at yourself sometimes. It will massively help you with confidence, and it will make life a little bit more fun. And before we wrap it up, I'm curious, do you have maybe your personal experience, or maybe you saw someone like handling potentially an embarrassing situation in a way that actually made them look even more confident? Maybe they turned it into a joke, maybe they just owned up to it in some way. I'm curious. If you have something, I'd love to hear from you. Leave it in a comment section. I'm sure we all can learn from it. And in any case, I hope this has been useful. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit a like, leave some comment. You know how that goes. I will appreciate all that. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video.